stories that I tell are all true. I don't need to make ghost stories up because Norwich is one of the most haunted cities in Europe. Martha! Martha! Where are you? When people were dying very, very fast in 1578 as a result of the plague, they would be sealed in their house, they would be locked in and left there for 28 days to die. But in one of the houses in Tombland, whilst the mother and the father and the elder daughter died of bubonic plague, the younger child had a resistance to the disease and she lived. And she tried to stay alive by eating the dead flesh of her mother, her father and her sister. And she died by choking to death. She had rotting human flesh stuck in her throat and she choked to death. But to this very day, the ghost of the cannibal girl, as she's known, has been seen on many, many occasions all around that part of the city. In my experience, the ghost stories of Norwich are very well known. In terms of young people specifically knowing the stories, they would probably know them by them being told as folklore by their parents and grandparents, or of course, by me.
I believe they're like people coming back, they have unfinished business or something.
I think seeing is believing, so I'll believe one when I see one. There's a building up near Tombland which apparently like a family with a plague were locked in, but the little girl wasn't infected and was locked in there, and if you go to the building there's actually like scrapings on the door where she tried scraping away, and apparently she was locked in there and died in the building.
And now somewhere along the Tombland River up there in the house, she still walks through the house trying to get out. I say a lot of people that's gone in there say they can feel like a presence. That's incredibly haunted. So a lot of people get very scared going down there. We had a toddler pointing to the doors saying he could see someone there.
And there are stories in this building called the Grey Lady, who was trapped in here during the Black Plague, and she didn't survive. And we had customers come in, and when we had the building upstairs as well, they used to assure us that they couldn't go in a certain room up there because they got bad feelings about it. A cold, eerie atmosphere. And I personally haven't experienced it, but lots of people have said the same thing. So there must be some truth in it, I would think.
My mum did tell me that when I was younger, I came back from school and I saw my granddad, who is deceased, and he was swinging on a gate, and that's what my mum said, so.
I believe in ghosts, but I'd like to see one to boost my belief.
Experiences, like I saw a Victorian woman walking across the road and a car was coming straight through her, so we ran up to see if anyone was there. Nothing.
I imagine him in black and white as well, because I don't know, I imagine him to be quite old, like from an old era.
I once saw my granddad at his old house after his funeral, and that kind of freaked me out because I was about 7 at the time.
I saw my granddad after he died, about 6 months after he died, in the window, but I don't know if that was a ghost or just wishful thinking.
Anybody could be a ghost, I guess, if we...
You could be a ghost right now.
I have 3 children, 2 are slightly older, and I would tell them ghost stories, and I would make sure they know and understand that they are just stories, because I think it's good for children to grow up and not be scared of anything.
Percy, do you believe in ghosts?
Do you?
But I'm the boss, right? You can have what's left over, you can take this away with you now. But I have to say, folks, I'm a sucker for finger food.